Good, great day. We're still in our Lenten season, and this week our focus is on serving others. Let us look to the scriptures as we study today. I'll be looking at John chapter 13, the first 15 verses. Go with me, if you will. It says, "It was almost time for the Jewish Passover feast. Jesus knew that it was time for him to leave this world and go back to the Father. He had always loved those who were his own in the world, and he loved them all the way to the end. Jesus and his followers were at the evening meal. The devil had already persuaded Judas Iscariot to turn against Jesus. Judas was the son of Simon. Jesus knew that the Father had given him power over everything. He also knew that he had come from God and was going back to God. So during the meal, Jesus stood up and took off his outer clothing. Taking a towel, he wrapped it around his waist. Then he poured water into a bowl and began to wash the followers' feet. He dried them with the towel that was wrapped around him. Jesus came to Simon Peter, but Peter said to Jesus, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus answered, "You don't understand what I am doing now, but you will understand later." Peter said, "No, you will never wash my feet." Jesus answered, "If I don't wash your feet, then you are not one of my people." Simon Peter answered, "Lord, after you wash my feet, wash my hands and my head too." Jesus said, after a person has had a bath, his whole body is clean. He needs only to wash his feet. And you men are clean, but not all of you. Jesus knew who would turn against him. That is why Jesus said, "Not all of you are clean." When he had finished washing their feet, he put on his clothes and sat down again. Jesus asked, "Do you understand what I have just done for you? You call me teacher and Lord, and that is right, because this is what I am. I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet. So you also should wash each other's feet. I did this as an example for you, so you should do as I have done for you." And what we see in these verses is that Jesus is setting a powerful example for all of us to follow. After washing his disciples' feet, which was an act of love, humility, and service, he then encourages us to follow his lead and to serve one another in the same way. Listen, you got to understand Jesus, the Son of God, the Most High King, Lord of Lords, never placed himself in a position above anyone. He led by serving and he loved by serving. He washed feet, he fed thousands, he walked to visit sick, he healed, he brought those back from the dead, he stopped to touch and heal sick women. He spent time with those and he cared for those that he spent time with. Jesus lived a life of humility. He showed us that serving others and humility go hand in hand. And so we ought not to seek self-ambition or vain conceit. Whatever we do, we must do to honor others, not looking for our own interests, but for the interests of one another. In doing so, we keep the mind of Jesus Christ. And so as we go through this Lenten season, I want us to serve others and to understand that serving others is more important than keeping up with your to-do list. To be a servant means that we genuinely need to care about people. It keeps us open and honest about what we're doing. And when we serve others, it's keeping our eyes, our hearts, and our minds open to what the divine wants to do. Jesus was not pressed or stressed with time, but he thought about everyone else above himself. As a server, we need to also understand that we're a waiter. And so as we wait on the Lord, I want to encourage you, my brothers and my sisters, that we are called to wait and to live in freedom. And we aren't using our freedom to indulge in the flesh. Rather, we ought to serve one another with humility and in love. Go forth in this season, serve somebody, help save somebody, help love somebody. God bless you.